Looked like a lot of fun. I was already teaching flying at the time, and I wanted to improve my skills and my abilities. Decided aerobatics would be very good for me. I fly the upper, which is the unlimited category, and the men and the women, if you have 3 women or more, are separated. However, when we do fly, we all pick a lot number and we fly together. The overall champion can be either a man or a woman. Then you also have your men's and your women's champions. This last one in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, which is the world contest. It's the first time we ever had one in the United States. I got 3 golds, 1 silver, which won me the gold overall women's championship. And I ended up 11th overall in the world. It's extremely strong. It'll take a positive 15 Gs and a negative 10, which is a lot more than my body will, I think. It's a little biplane, it's short, it's stocky. It has a tendency to fly upside down as well as right side up. Most airplanes have a little dihedral in them, and they'll always tend to roll right side up. Mine will stay whichever way you put it. It's very light. It's extremely large horsepower. It's got about a 210 plus horsepower on there. It's a hopped up 180 engine. It only weighs 740 pounds. And I had the basics, which is your altimeter and your airspeed indicator and your oil pressure indicator. You want to keep the airplane as light as possible. I don't even have a radio in mine. Probably a torque roll, which is a series of rolls going up until the airplane, it doesn't really stall, but it does stop going vertical because you run out of horsepower and speed, and it continues to roll coming back straight down. It's a challenge to keep it vertical, so it will continue to roll on the way back down. If you get it off the vertical plane, it just falls through. I like the round maneuvers, like the 8s that are laying on the side, or loops with snap rolls. I love to do down snap rolls, but they don't score well, so I don't have them in my sequence, because all the judges say the snap bobbled, and it doesn't matter how cleanly you do them, so you just leave them out. So I enjoy doing them, but if it's a freestyle that I'm designing, then I leave them out. That's a lot like a roller coaster. As you're going up the hill, you're pushed down into your seat. As you go over the top, you tend to be pulled away from your seat belts. That's the negative Gs. So when you're going up a hill rapidly and you're sinking down, you've got to tighten up your stomach muscles to keep the blood in your head so you don't black out. And then as you go over the top of the hill and it's trying to throw you out of the airplane, you must relax your stomach muscles to get the blood into your head and to allow freedom of flow. So you're constantly changing and tightening. It's a great series of isometric exercises. The airplane has no control forces as far as most airplanes go. It's not heavy. It's just that you're going from a positive 9 Gs to a negative 5 Gs. That's a 14 G change in a couple seconds. And it takes quite a bit of strength. Also, when you're inverted, you must keep your feet on the floor. You never move. You can't be slamming sideways in the cockpit or anything. So it's really isometric exercises. So you've got to be in good physical shape to do it. I have 9 years of experience in aerobatics, over 900 hours. And when I started, I went through a school to learn the basics. I continued with my coach, who was my husband at the time, for Russia, in a 2-place pits. And you start quite high so that if you do goof up a maneuver, there's no worry. You just take your feet off the rudder pedals and let go of the stick, and the ground shows up and you fly off. That's when you get severely disorientated, you just let go. The airplane knows where the ground is, it'll fly out. And you must be high. Right now I'm flying down to 300 feet, at which point I can't afford to mess up a maneuver, but I hope at this time I had the skill to recognize that fact way in advance. As far as competition goes, the joy is winning. You get no money. You cannot make money at competition. I'm hoping to get into air shows and become well known in that way. You must be very aggressive in this sport, I think, to win, but you can still have a lot of fun even if you aren't.